Hey guys, Clumsy here. Welcome back to Clumsy Trucking. Friday for me at least. Good morning, good evening, everything good with you guys? Thank you for joining. I see a couple of early birds in chat already. Let's go through the list. Gamaste. Super early bird. Came even before the please wait thingy started. How are you? I see you are enjoying Flight Sim 2020. That's amazing to hear. Let me know what you think about On Air Company once you get a chance to try it. Scotsman, Mr. Trains, still stuck in London. Calvin, thanks for joining, man. Glad to have you here, Rexer. Freddy, welcome back. How many days before you can change your name? 80 Bird, sorry I missed you the first time. Thanks for joining. Who else did I miss? Richard, thanks for the follow again. Appreciate it. Alex, that was fast. All the way from Africa. You're back already. How was the hunting session? Hey Hud, glad you made it. Are you at school today? Hey Space Hunter, early bird. Waking up early again. How have you been? How are you, Tom? Martin, welcome back guys. Nice to see the usual suspects. We are playing ATS today. It's been a while. There you go. FS 2020 vids are in full supply in the channel right now. There is one coming out later that is a bit of a different format. Took me a longer time because I had to edit it. Learned a couple of things like how to make shapes and lines and circles in the video editor in Vegas. Quite interesting. But hope you find that entertaining. It's a shorter video than usual. I think only like 19 minutes, 19. Definitely shorter than my usual full-length videos. Anyway, let's start the game here. Only one who flies the right way, not just winging it. I try, but doesn't always happen. This week is school holidays. Of course, I have no idea. Thanks for pointing it out. Turn off the music there. I have a bit of a bug. I hate that. Touch Portal is bugging out for me. This app I'm using on my phone that acts like an Elgato Stream Deck kind of deal. But sometimes it's bugging out when I press a button. It's pressing something else, which can be quite dangerous. Anyway, here it is, the mods for today. As you can see in the list, we will be mainly checking out the new update from JBX Graphics 2. We are now in version 1.6.7.3.2. Guys, get that? 1.6.7.3.2. September 5 update 2020. And then you can blame Alex for the truck that we're using today, because apparently Pinga, he is normally a payware developer, but actually he has some free mods as well. He actually made his own W900 version. I think it's coming from the SCS model, and then he added a lot of accessories to it. That's what I think, at least. Not so sure, but my goodness, I've been configuring this yesterday, and the amount of customization you can do, it's payware level. And the optimization, it's not bad. It's not SCS level, but it's not bad. So definitely not like 11 times or 7 times. I think at most 2 times the SCS truck. We'll highlight that more later. Aside from that, in terms of map mods, I have not really changed anything. So it's still the Mexico maps. Viva Mexico, Mexico Extremo, Chihuahua, and then we have Paz mod here. I have not checked if there's an updated minor urban overhaul yet, but I have not installed it since. Aside from that, I think that's it. Pinga also has a trailer. I am not so fond of it though. Maybe it doesn't fit my truck so well. It's a bit too high, so I'm not going with that for now. Just going with the truck. Okay. El Phono Stream Deck, that's the one, yes. Doing good, Martin. Trying to stay sane. It's becoming a habit to wake up early. Oh, signs of aging. It's the same with me. It's because it's so calming. Great to hear. Ew, no NL. Ew, there's the truck. It looks like W900, as you can expect. But it has so many add-ons. Maybe we can go and do a bit of window shopping just to check it out. Let me highlight that. Food Panda gave you a $4 for... Oh, that's great. Yeah, because they were late. That's amazing. Yeah, that's the least they could do. It's great that they work with that. So this is the default W900. And then you have a W900 right here. Or is it that long variant? And if you customize this one... And you can verify that by going to the filter here and checking that that is from the mod and not the official SCS content. So what I find interesting here in particular, if I go and enable the console, mini console here, you can see the triangle count is 2.4 million. I checked the default W900 is only like 1.2 million. So it's like double the triangle count, but that's nothing really significant. Because the bad models are those which are like 7 times, 11 times more. So 2 times, I don't think you will feel it even in terms of real experience. What I find interesting though is normally, when you start in the exterior at 2.4, when you go to the interior, it becomes like 7 million or 6 million. So it multiplies. But here in this truck, you can see it's 2.4 outside and it's also 2.4 inside. Probably because we have missing missing parts here. No. 1 sec, let me find the correct one. There you go, it's back. So it's 2.4 outside, it's still 2.4 inside. It's the first time I've seen that in a truck. And I don't know how he did it. But what I found is if you change the side mirror, for example, it really has a huge effect. If you have this normal side mirror and you get that add-on with the wide angle, like that one, adding those circles, if you look inside again, now the triangle count has become 3.8 million. So from 2.4 to 3.8, that's a significant jump, like more than half increase. So yeah, it's still not that big. 3.8 is not that bad, but I mean, adding those basically increases the triangle count by half. So what I'm doing with my truck at the moment is I am not going to use those at all. Might be harder to maneuver, but our frames will thank us for it. So keep those away. And I guess it's the same with hood mirrors. If we add that, I'm expecting that will increase also. Let's try it out. Yeah, 3.8 from 2.4, 2 point something to 3.8. So mirrors are definitely one of the biggest FPS killers in this game. Well, in almost any game that's the case. But I guess they've not optimized it very well. Calming rate is too much. Yar, Jack! Almost missed your message. Glad I tuned in to chat just in time. Gamer was, welcome back. Still loving Nvidia? Speaking of Nvidia, have you guys seen the unboxing videos floating over the interwebs? I've only seen one from Jay's 2 cents. Very nice, waiting for the performance benchmarks. Lots of red errors. Oh yeah, that's a normal thing. In my profile at least. Never goes away. It's a staple by now. Now in terms of options, so many options here. Like look alone at the number of options for the headlights. And I like Pinga's approach here. He actually details even though the description is not very good, like it just says Como there, which I am assuming is Chrome. The icons are pretty descriptive. So it's the rectangular headlight with high beams. This one is for the blinkers. This one is a circular headlight. So you see the icons are very descriptive. So it's good. oftentimes the creators don't take enough time to focus on the icons. So this is very welcome. So you see the number of options in the grills. And this is all thanks to Alex, by the way, because he's the one who pointed this to me. Otherwise, I would have never known about this mod because I don't really visit Pinga's website. So thanks, Alex. Another great find. Oh, this one I haven't seen. I haven't been able to get that in my truck. And here's so many different things. Choose the stairs you like. So yeah, this is payware level customization. Not going to go through everything, but just look at all these options. Have so many chassis options as well. 8x2, 8x4. And here at the back, even here at the back, look at the number of options we have. Painted ones. Different varieties here. So many, my goodness. It looks like he really knows what he's doing as well, because even if you look at the minor things, the hanging accessory, you see all the the DLC accessories are supported. Very nice. Attention to detail. Even though it's not compatible with the Sissel's cabin accessories, I think. You can change the color of the dash, things like that, and you even have a shifter right here. This one I find funny, but I think this is somehow happening in reality. No worries, Alex. Yeah, you can share the page. Yeah, people can just stay away from the payware stuff if they don't like it. I'm not really opposed to payware mods anymore at this point, having been exposed to flight sim community and everything. Thanks, Alex. Yeah, mirrors really hurt FPS because the cameras, they have to re-render that entire scene. Even though at a lower resolution, they still have to re-render something. I feel so filthy with Nvidia. The truck seems to have decent sounds. That's a good point. It does have its own sounds, I think. Do you have more details on that, Alex? Because if you look at the sounds, let's get back to it. That's a good point to highlight, Scotsman. Lots of good sounds. There you go. So all of the sounds come with the mod itself, so you don't need like Krishbom's pack or anything. It does have all of these. Cummins, Detroit Diesel, Cat 3406, Packard, and they sound pretty good. At least one of them. I think I'm using the ISX 550 in my truck. Let's hear how it sounds. I'm not sure if these are coming from Krishbom anyway, because the icons seem familiar, but maybe. He used Autocar. The FLC, was it? Hey, Alien Being, welcome back. How have you been? Sorry, missed a few messages, guys. Feel free to type it in if I missed some. Trying to order Track IR, not easy, from Norway. Yeah, could be a business idea if the simulator demographic is pretty large there. Might be worth it. It's the same here in Singapore. They don't ship directly here, I think. So we have a local supplier who specializes in simulator equipment. I'm actually thinking of trying to tie up with them. Might prove very healthy for both parties. Graphics mod wise, guys, we have JBX Graphics 2, as I showed earlier. The skies look beautiful. The lighting, not too shabby. It's kind of like still has that Instagram filter vibe, but not as intense anymore. It looks a bit more realistic in my view. Still not super realistic, I guess. Still a bit of filterish feel. But it does look pretty photogenic. Anyway, let's hear the engine. Might be a bit loud. I haven't really heard it from outside yet. Oh, not that bad at all. You've caught up on my videos, so that's great to hear. You shot that cow. Which one? It's okay, I guess. It's okay. not what's my favorite, Z mod level, but I'll take it. Maybe it's better from inside. Running that same trailer setup. Hey, US built. Yeah, I thought I was originally planning on a triple trailer setup, but yeah, it's going to get a bit restrictive with where we can drive, because those setups are not allowed in some states, like in California. So this is the only setup that I can use that is allowed anywhere. Also, you can see we have I think it is an 8x2 setup or 8x4, and that one in the middle is a raceable liftable axle. Quite nice touch. Such shifters in reality. Jamaican trucks. Isn't it hard to reach that? I mean, if the shifter is that high, does it make sense? Or is it more for like, it looks cool kind of deal? The one on your bonnet. Bonnet? What the heck is a bonnet? Just kidding. Makes it obvious from which side of the world you're from. Yeah, it does sound much better from inside, huh? Hey, Cascade. Welcome back, man. How have you been? What have you been up to these days? Thanks for joining. So far, so good. Performance has been okay. Actually, I want to also monitor it. I've recently upgraded from 16 to 32 gig RAM. I don't think there will be a benefit with this game specifically, because I have never seen this game utilize all of my 16 gigs. But let's see, maybe there will be some hidden advantages. I mainly upgraded because of Flight Sim. The new WS reveal, the Western Star? Oh yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah, we've not really seen much of the truck, have we? But I'm happy that there is a new truck, and it's a great leap forward. It's a really big leap for SCS, because the fact that Western Star trusted them with a prototype even before the truck was released, and that the release dates of the real truck and the truck in SCS is pretty close together. My goodness, that is saying a lot. That sets a huge precedent that SCS will have access to these new trucks in the future if other manufacturers follow suit. So it's a very good sign for us. Hey, Joke City. Welcome back, guys. Hey, Lucy. How have you been? Yeah, September 29 is when the official truck will be released, the real life truck. And then SCS said in their blog that the truck in the game will be released very soon after that. So I'm expecting a couple of days, more or less. So pretty close, I would say. You have 12 gigs of RAM and it only uses 2 to 3 gigs. So yeah, I doubt we'll feel the effects of it. But maybe with the streaming and everything, it will help a bit. Yeah, synchronized release, that's the biggest thing. Not just that there's a new truck, but that the release is so close together with the real thing. That is saying a lot. And if they can do that with one manufacturer, chances are they can do that for others too. It's the same with like YouTube. As a content creator, when a developer trusts me to, like, if they give me early access to something, then it sets a precedent that I can also do the same with others. So it's like a huge stepping stone. Oh, here is where we should be parking. I was looking for that. Might not park this correctly. We'll see. I hope I won't need to reverse though. In Africa, you call it bonnet too. Well, that must have some British influence. Does it? Doesn't it? Hood. Yeah, I call it hood too. I'm more familiar with the American English. Cascadia may be coming soon after. Oh, I hope so. Oh my goodness, are we so far off? Yes, we are. We'll have to reverse, guys. Good luck. Guys, remember my first rage quit in ATS? It's when reversing. Nope. Is it not the same in Singapore? Do you not call it a bonnet? Like the hood of the car? That thing in front of the car? The truck? Bonnet goes on your head, exactly. Sorry guys, we'll have to circle around here. Your ETS2 routinely uses 5 to 6 gigs of RAM. Currently I'm at 41% utilization. 41% of 16 gigs is what? Or 32 gigs is what? I guess that's around 12 gigs. Roughly speaking. That's with everything running. So, I don't know. Maybe it doesn't help, but at least it's better to have more than less. Alright, let's try this again. Get some proper angles in here. British influence, you drive on the right as well. Yeah. Yeah, I would expect in Singapore it would be called the same because British English is pretty common here. I noticed the spelling is mostly British English, like colors with a U, favorite with a U, optimization with an S. But that's surprising that you call it hood. Must be mixed influence, huh? This time, does it work? Come on. That's perfect already. There you go. Not as perfect, but should work. That's also how you're supposed to pronounce HUD. Oh, is it hood, not HUD? Oh, because it's who, right? Yeah. Totally drowned in holiday homework. How can it be a holiday if there's homework? It's a fake holiday. A holiday is where you get to sit around doing nothing. There is our route. Taking the what interstate is this again? I-80. I-80 east all the way through to Utah in Logan. Would be nice because most of these are covered by Sierra Nevada areas, so we should get into some nice highway areas. Let's get driving. Your kids go back to school next week. Nice. I can only imagine the chaos in the house. I've heard similar sentiments from friends who have kids. But in my case, because most of my friends are in the Philippines, the classes are all virtual, so they're not really saved. Even if classes have started already, it's basically still the same. Everyone's still at the house. More RAM gives more breathing space for all the applications. I hope that breathing space is felt. It seems that way so far. It's all pretty smooth. Not sure if that's because of RAM, but hopefully that leads to less stutters. People say soccer here. Oh really? Wow, very mixed indeed. I have mixed feelings about the sounds of the engine. It's kind of okay at times, not so much in others. But overall, I think it's okay. I am liking the JBX Graphics though. What is your opinion on it, guys? I know it's a bit of a love-hate depending on your preference. It's either you love it or you hate it. I barely see people in the middle. left turn. Make that red light. There we go. Personally, always spell American. Yeah, same with me. Definitely me too. Hey champs, welcome to the stream. Finished your class lately. Is that an online class or a physical one? Thanks for joining. Cummins 444 is probably the best sound. We can switch out later. After this trip, we'll see. On long hauls, it will cause fatigue and irritation, those sounds. Yeah. Hey Sonoma. Good day. How are you? Soccer is more common. But if you say football, they still understand. Okay. That's true. American football is, I guess, even more far-fetched in the Singaporean context. Personally, I use football as well. I like that term more. It sounds more appropriate. Football instead of soccer. I had a period in my youth when I enjoyed playing football, or at least tried to enjoy it. I was a bit too big back then to enjoy sports, but as much as I could enjoy a sport, I enjoyed that one. At the very least, watching it, like the World Cup and stuff. But it was a very short period. Here we go. Beautiful highway. Thanks to Sierra Nevada. Let's take a photo here. Online class, I see. How are you liking the online classes now? I guess the online classes are beneficial in some ways, but can be quite challenging, especially for the younger audience. When it comes to holding the attention span and stuff. Oh, that looks lovely. My goodness. That looks pretty cool. I'm loving the shading and the colors from JBX here. No need for Photoshop here. Let's go up a bit like so. Maybe a bit wider view. And yeah, the skies are super high quality. I can't remember, there's a readme file in JBX. I think it said 85 skyboxes or something. Yeah, these look pretty high quality. Softball, that's the one. Try to switch your spelling to UK version. They accept any form of English as long as it's consistent. I bet they got pissed at you with that smart comment. Makes sense, but I don't think they were happy with you, huh? I can only imagine. Football, yeah, that's the one. What speed are we driving at here? We are actually speeding already. My bad. Oh, a Jake brake is not bad though. Did you run over a steer? What's a steer? Oh, a lovely mountain up ahead. Let's take another photo, guys. And let me actually... Do you guys prefer music while driving? And I mean here in the stream? Like that kind of music? Or would you rather just hear the engine? Let me know if you prefer one or the other. We can just change. That looks beautiful, my goodness. Tilt it a bit for that added flair. Et voila. steer is a guy cow. Ah, I see. Dub bass. Please no. Okay, so that's with the music on. After a while they shut up. Yeah, they can spend their time correcting other people who need it more. Here Mandarin, it's a bit different. No virtual class for your daughters. Structure of a classroom is the only way they're going to actually get schoolwork done. Man, I love this view. I have to turn left here though. Oh yeah, I remember this with that fancy bridge up ahead. Neither their mother nor herself have the free time to sit there. Yeah, exactly. That's why you enrolled them in school in the first place, right? And then if you have to spend most of your time teaching them or guiding them, then kind of defeats the purpose. They both almost failed out of the classes last year. Are they not the academic types? Maybe more on the artistic side of things? Yeah, that's the disadvantage of those kinds of people. Not very well built for academics, but usually they shine later on in life, after they're done with school. School is a very poor metric for success in life, I've found. Many of the successful friends I have did very bad in school. It's like the structure was not built for them, but once they got out, they were able to shine and really do what they wanted and excel on whatever they really preferred doing. It's like school was holding them back in a way. How many languages you know? Yeah, exactly, right? I can barely try learning another one. The lullaby. That has been deleted from my hard drive. I am kind of regretting it now though. Actually, I should have been probably at 7th, 8th gear already. 8 low. This soccer was invented by the British? Really? Wow. Because it was fashionable to add to stuff. And then association football because shortened to ASOC. Oh, because of the association of football, then association, then ASOC, then ASOC, soccer. Interesting how these words come about. How do you call it? The etymology? Life is a highway. Words of wisdom right there. I'm starting to get lag here. Probably because of all these trees. Absolutely crawling up this mountain, I know, right? Is this uphill even? Yeah, we're at 37 miles per hour in a highway. It's embarrassing. Hey Rohan, glad you made it, man. How's college life treating you? They're both quite smart, but they're also both lazy. Oh, I can relate with that somehow. The lazy part only, at least. I think that kind of personality leads to becoming innovators later on in life. It's the lazy people that tend to invent a lot of the cool stuff because of their laziness. At least that's my view. because you're lazy, you don't want to do the hard work, you tend to think of ways to make life easier, hence inventing stuff in the process. They say necessity is the mother of invention. I think it's more laziness is the mother of invention. My goodness. I think we have our thumbnail. Oh, wow. I mean, the mountains, the sky, the bendiness of that road, everything just... What is that fancy term? Convalesces. Probably not the right usage. Hey Kelly, it's been a while. How have you been? Glad to see you here. Hope you are feeling better. Etymology, there you go. Life is a highway. Sometimes you go along it without looking in the computer. Yikes. Yeah, that's a saltier perspective, but still pretty accurate. Oh my goodness, here we go again. Guess not the best engine for the job. As soon as we hit a ramp, an uphill, we start decelerating. Hey Tucson, or should I call you Rob? Thanks for joining. Both are correct. Indeed. Learn how to be a doctor. Wow, that's amazing. I'm sure it'll be able to help out tons of people. Good luck on that. Best wishes. Using a Ryzen 7 3700X. Which reminds me, I have to update my specs in my about page. Switch to 32 gig RAM. RAM usage is now at 45%. Coming pretty close to that 16 gig, that halfway mark. So I guess it does have its benefit. Because if I'm stuck at 16, I would probably be edging it too much to that boundary. Slept at 5 a.m. and woke up just in time. My goodness. Can't do that anymore these days. Snoring by 10 p.m. 11 a.m. Are you a night owl or a morning person? How are you guys normally? Asking the entire stream. Morning person or night owl tendencies? I'm definitely on the morning person side of things. Too many people with a green username. Hey Slider, how are you? Where have you been driving recently? Cannot wait to be a doctor. That's great. Yeah. It's going to be challenging, but if you have your heart set into it, I'm sure you'll do fine. Unlike our truck here, who is struggling every step of the way. I guess those horns must be pretty heavy. Weighing us down tons. You're a night owl. I kind of figured. Even when I was younger, I was barely a night owl. For sure I can stay up longer, 2 a.m., 3 a.m., but not on a daily basis. I was always a morning person. If you look at this truck, it's quite interesting. If you look at the air filters, that's kind of like a see-through feel. That's one of the possible accessories in this truck by Pinga. 24-hour hawker center to finish up some homework and came back at 2 a.m. My goodness. How do the hawker centers look like that time of the day? Not even sure we have a 24-hour hawker center nearby. Hey Geek Squad! Welcome back. Yeah, same here. Great to see a new truck coming. Very close to the release of the official one. The boot. Am I getting a cold or something? Goodness. That sucks. Morning person on stream days, otherwise night owl. Thanks for adjusting. My goodness, this looks beautiful, doesn't it? Wow. This view is amazing. Morning owl. Perfect. Sounds good. Nice model on the air filters. Don't like the red lights in them. That like red line there. I'm not sure what that's for. I don't think that's the paint. So maybe it really is red, huh? Man, this looks great. We are getting stutters again though. Not sure why this doesn't apply anymore to ATS and ATS2. I should not be losing frames. Sorry, going a sudden stop here because I just saw a viewpoint. We might have to teleport because I don't think I can reverse properly here afterwards, but for the cinematics. And this is definitely Sierra Nevada. Here it is. Donner Lake. Hey, Freightliner. It is a light. Ah, I see. Interesting. Wow, that looks beautiful. The reflections also. I'm not sure if JBX Graphics enhances the reflections or that's in default. Welcome back. It lights up. Ah, I see. I'll have to monitor that. Man, this is an amazing view, huh? This is Sierra Nevada, yes. Hawker centers have very few people. That doesn't seem to change, at least with the lights. Maybe it's always lit up, that red thing. Drops FPS in interior view. Stays at 75 when you go third person. That is more or less normal because the models inside are well, it's more taxing inside because of all the mirrors as well. So it's normal that you get less frames inside the truck. But what I'm not sure of is OBS is dropping frames when I'm hitting those limits. I fixed that before, but it doesn't seem to be taking into effect now anymore. Weird. Wonder what changed. It's been like that for the past couple of weeks. Where are we supposed to go here? I think the highway was supposed to be on that side. But the GPS is routing us here through this shortcut. Truckers MP. I've not played MP in so long. Are they in 138 now? I guess they are, right? Have they managed to fix the sound issues? I remember when they first moved to 138, they had some sound issues. A side effect of the F-mod migration. And look at the shadows here. Beautiful. That looks great. UK autumn, US fall, Singapore summer. Summer all throughout the year. Very few people, I can expect. There will be very few people. Lots of suppliers coming in to restock for the next day. Yeah, makes sense. 41k kilometers. Nice. Are you using the new sounds from Crashbone for the Renault T? I love those. JBX Graphics for ATS. Nice. Captcha at you. Well, hope it refreshes soon. It's very nice and the update process is very smooth now. JBX has found a way to make it seamless. So he will share with you the files via Google Drive, and whenever he updates, you'll get the files immediately. So he doesn't need to send it manually anymore. Time for a new GPU, indeed. Any news on the 3080 guys? On the 30 series for NVIDIA? And from the RDNA 2? RDNA? From AMD? Any leaks? Any news you've seen? We've been driving a lot, seems like, Geek Squad. They're still at 137? Oh, did they go back to 137? Yikes. That's a bit old, isn't it? Man, this view is amazing. No, this truck comes with its own sounds. Not sure who they're from, but Pingas. If NVIDIA is willing to send you a 30 series GPU to test out and review, you'll upgrade yours. Otherwise, no. What do you have at the moment again, Cascade? I just remember you are overclocking it too from the last time we talked. It's a 20 series for sure. Can't remember which one exactly. 2070 Super, a 75 card. Never been to California or Western States. You have been to West Coast of Mexico. Renault T with Crashboom sounds, oh yeah. Music to my ears. Yikes. Man, the lighting in JBX, I like it. Goodness. Amazing stuff. I might actually use this too for ETS too. It's just properly bright and has that nice like shading. It doesn't look flat, like overly bright everywhere. I'm liking it. Let's see how this progresses. Hey G, how are you, man? Long time no see. How have you been? Are you planning to upgrade also for a 30 series? 4099 for a 3090. You're not payware, you don't vote for payware, that's fair enough, yeah. Can be on opposite sides there. I think I just changed my mind mainly because of Flight Sim. But by now, I am not opposed to payware at all, as long as the quality is there. But yeah, I can imagine different people can have very opposing views on it. My goodness, the views just keep on coming. How about that? That one works also, except for that lamppost. Promotes 250. Potato computer, yeah. Rohan had those days. You had the laptop, didn't you, Rohan? Rained super heavily last night. I don't think it rained here in the east, or maybe I was just that sound asleep, I didn't recognize it. Great to hear, G. 3090, my goodness. Monster. Looking forward to what you find, how you find it. It's amazing, man. Still using a 1080, still happy with it. Yeah, it's a very powerful card. Alex has the same one. But I'm sure Alex is upgrading soon. His new PC is waiting for him. Train! Race against the train, I like it. Too bad we can't hear it from here. JBX Graphics starts growing up after some time once her eyes adjust to the lighting. That's very true, yeah. Initially it looks a bit unnatural, and then your eyes start adjusting and you start appreciating it. But I think with the update, I don't know if that's just placebo effect, but it seems a bit more natural to me even from the start. So we'll see as we go further if that changes. He hasn't stopped talking about it. Who? Chi? 3090? You mean, Jack? Crap laptop, yeah, I still remember those days. Now you're Mr. 75. Look how far you've come. Simlim Square, yeah, definitely. Yeah, the upper floors are basically safe. Most of the upper floor stores are pretty reputable. Lots of good stores there. It's like Geek Haven. That building, Simlim Square. Even Skull from Pro Mods, when he was here, when I met him that day, he went to Simlim Square, bought a couple of peripherals. Like, I think he bought a mouse and a headset or something. So yeah, even foreigners go there apparently. The go-to place for electronics. SVGA. What? SVGA? Not even VGA? Man, those were the days. I think I was alive already by that time. Was that like the 486 days? FS19. Yeah, when I started Jack's engine up. Jack has come a long way. He can start his own engine now. I haven't played FS19 for a long time though. Too busy flying in FS 2020. Different FS. Old man stories coming in. First graphics card drew in crayon. 386. Oh my goodness. Floppy disk days. Excuse me. Your engine works fine now. Oh, this looks like New Mexico. The ramps here. Five and 1/4 inch floppy disks. Oh my goodness, yes. And the sound that the computer makes when booting up, checking each floppy disk drive. Oh, old school. Clip near Carson City. Very nice looking highway here. I wonder if it'll pass through the airport. I think that's a different highway, a different interstate. Computer sounds. That was quick. Remember cassettes before floppy disks? Cassette tapes? The only cassettes I know are the tapes, the audio tapes. Or you wind them and you, like, when you record something, you make a mixtape, you record it from the radio, and you literally have to wait for the entire song to record. So if you're recording a 10-minute song, you'll have to wait for 10 minutes for it to get recorded. You can't just copy it. They were the same cassettes. Those were used for PCs? Oh wow. No, I'm too young for that then. Went to the museum, couldn't believe how large the drive was. 45-minute cassette tapes. Yeah. I remember those days in the 90s when I started driving with my friends. The mixtapes were very much a cool thing. You would record and compile a list of songs, make it into a mixtape, and use that for driving. Cool stuff. You were cool back then if you had a mixtape. And then when the CDR started coming out, the CD recorders, where you can actually record onto CDs and not just listen to them. And when you started recording or putting songs into them, the time it took was what, like, it's not 1:1 anymore. You didn't have to wait for the entire song to finish. And you're like, wow, this is revolutionary. Oh yeah. Technology has a way of creeping up on you, huh? Recording songs off of the radio, those were the days, my goodness. '30s at most. That's an insult to me. Just kidding. Oh, Alex is young at heart. Ooh, sunset vibes. Yeah, I can see it now. It looks nice, but it doesn't look very natural. The colors that JBX uses. But it looks nice nonetheless. Still has a bit of that Instagramish filter though. Twin Kingdom Valley. Took 15 minutes to load. Let's take a photo here. Nice sunset at the back. Dual cassette players. Would share tapes with friends, borrow one from a friend, record it using the... Yes, exactly. Yeah. And there's this like write protect technology in there, right? With the cassettes. Like if the... What was it? Like at the bottom of the cassette, there would be this gap. If that was open, it was locked. If it was closed, you can record over it. And if it was open already, you could like put like a scotch tape in there so you could record over it. Overwriting the write protect kind of thing. That's so cool. If I remember it right at least. Oh, that's the sky I'm looking for. Yes. Beautiful. Move the blur. Narrower field of view. Let's focus on the sights here. I think what even improves the overall graphics quality, the image quality from JBX, is in addition to the skies and the lighting, the textures have also been improved. That is also part of his mod. Used to record from radio stations, yeah, exactly. Recording the radio on a real tape deck. 8-tracks tapes. What is an 8-track anyway? I'm not sure if is that the same audio tape that I'm referring to, or is that older? Because I remember 8-tracks is like a term that some people use, but I'm not sure what they refer to. 8-track player. And a real tape, is that, I guess those are older technologies. Yes, September. I think it's what, 20-30% off? If I remember correctly. If you click subscribe, it should give you some details. It shouldn't just subscribe you automatically, I think. What is a 78? Brother is moving out. Are you happy with that? You're going to jump off the roof now. Does it make you feel old? Coming from a guy in his 30s? Oh my goodness, I'm mid-30s. Oh my goodness. 78 RPM record. I don't know it. What is an 8-track and a 78? Are those the same thing? They were fun. And I actually didn't realize we crossed over to Nevada. And now the speed limit is 80 miles. Beautiful looking mountain up ahead, even if it's popping up out of nowhere. That sounds horribly slow, I know, right? Yeah, skyboxes from JBX. Great looking skyboxes. They were heavy, those 78s. Okay, definitely not what I'm thinking of then. 80 miles seems ridiculous for a truck though, I know, right? It seems irresponsible in a way, but I don't know, maybe the highways were that huge. Yeah, exactly, that's what I'm thinking. Lots of popping in mountains in here. Finally got to our cruising speed after an hour of driving. We've been driving in Ireland and Bromont on ATS 2. Nice. There hasn't been many updates in Ireland, huh? Aside from the initial release of Ireland. Some trucks go even faster. Wow. Especially when they're right behind you. My goodness, that's scary. First time seeing me driving this fast. Yeah, as long as it's within the speed limit, I'm fine. Where are we going? Straight. It's fine. '79 Dodge Aspen. Chrysler Slant 6 engine. It just couldn't kill. They made stuff differently back then. Back then, things were made to last. Now things are made to, I don't know, disintegrate after a year or so. So that you'll buy a new one. Lots of areas in the west. Trucks travel, wow, 100 miles per hour, and the police don't mind. Are the highways that huge that they support those speeds, or is it just dangerous living? Pennsylvania. Why are there no state taxes in there? UK version of that 6-cylinder engine was prone to overheating and warping the head. Oh, I still remember that. Slowing down to 55 for this roadworks. Taxes pretty much even out wherever you are, I see. So is that not that much of a concern? So you get taxed almost anywhere you go anyway. Chryslers were good cars compared to what they make now. A lot of things are like that, unfortunately. You will see how straight and flat the highways here are when SCS gets to Nebraska, Oklahoma. Ah, really? Exciting roads there, I guess. Love to drive across the US one day, real. Yeah, same here. I told myself when my company ever gets me forces me to go back to Cincinnati, I will drive a car. But I don't think they will anytime soon, thankfully. And Cincinnati is not bad, but it's too far away, my goodness. My entire travel time is like 23 hours or something. One way. I guess we should get some sleep now, once again. Let's have a look. Where can we sleep here? Over... I see a repair shop but no rest area. Huh. It's a bit of a party pooper. We can rest in Elko at least. Or that one as we end, but that's a bit too far. Yeah, let's take this one in Elko. Yeah, exactly. That's a good plan. I wanted to do that. If they send me to Cincinnati, I'll meet up with Alex. A proper face reveal. If he shows himself, that is. Alright, have a good one, Chi. Sorry I didn't read that fast enough. If you're still here, have a great night. Catch you next time. Good luck with that 3090 and best wishes on the health. Road trip across the US and Canada. Yeah, sounds like a good plan. Thanks. Elko is that town which remains vanilla SCS. Haven't improved it since. Most cities have poor drivers, they just don't care. Whoa! 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 What the heck? What the heck is happening? Well, my tires have just sunk. Are we getting a rust map problem in here? What the heck? Now it's good. Now I think we're above. That was weird. Yes, it's Scotsman's fault. Super weird. Invisible hump simulator. Not sure what happened. Maybe we need to lower our... I should have lowered that a while ago, ever since we started. Lower that axle for better weight distribution and stuff. Maybe that helps with the stability. Soft asphalt, maybe. Oh yeah, I see the light now. Nice. I kinda like it at night. Is that an example of the rough highway infrastructure in the US? I broke the road. I think the truck is too heavy. I blame Pinga. Bigger interstates look fine. I guess depends where you're coming from. If you're used to exciting roads, so to speak, then the US roads might not be that bad. Some areas are pretty rough. I guess it really depends, huh? tunnel hype. Aren't terrible but not great. At least you don't get these kinds of roads that we just drove through. Soft asphalt roads. Your winters really take a toll. How does winter damage the roads? Does it make the surface brittle or something? Because of how cold it gets? Cracks maybe? Is that the moon on our side mirror? Once we get to a straight path here, I'll look outside. Let's have a look at how the moon looks like now. I think that was a problem before with JBX, if I remember correctly. I can't see it from here. It's a good illusion, at least, hiding the moon just within the limit, the border of the viewing distance. Singapore roads. I often said it before, especially when I was still playing City Skylines. The Singapore roads are like playing in City Skylines because everything just looks perfect. Like everything looks brand new. If you drive over to Malaysia, you can instantly tell your tires get much more noisy. Yes, true. Very true. When we took a road trip before, took a bus from Singapore to Malaysia, that was very apparent. That was a nice trip though. I saw a lot of 4 Series Scania Rs on the road. Looks like that's a very famous brand in Malaysia. Expansion and contraction due to the temp change and stop. Don't leave me hanging. Oh, I messed that up. Now we're doomed. Trailer brake, maybe that would help. Houston, we have a problem. Push, guys. We might have to get some momentum here. Oh, that doesn't look good. Oh, there you go. We'll change our engine as well. Not very fond of these sounds. No. Drink! Haven't had tequila in a while. My goodness, I haven't drank in a while, guys. Last month we bought this like package from the grocery. They had like a wine discount. Buy 6 bottles for the price of 5 or something like that. So Mrs. Clumsy and I, we dug in. But we're trying to watch our weight now, trying to watch our diet in general. So we skipped that this month. So I don't think I've had wine in maybe, I don't know, 2-3 weeks. Had any alcohol. Trying to live healthy, just such a party pooper. Haven't had ice cream, haven't had chips. That's why I'm so hungry all the time. Ooh, nice diner. Malaysian trucks have lots of Scanias. Singapore tends to stick to Fuso Mitsubishi. Yeah, H with a bin. Yeah, I'm getting a cold here. Excuse me. Yeah, no pizza either. We even subscribe to this like meal delivery thing. So we save up on money and we eat healthy. I have to sneeze a bit, guys. 1 second. I'll be back. Okay, better, much better. Everything good? Alright. Let's see. We're still online, I hope so. I hope my sneezing didn't disconnect us. Let's go look for a mechanic to change the engine. No mechanic in Elko? No, there is. Perfect. Heard that from the kitchen. Well, as long as the particles don't get to you, should be okay. Sure thing, Rohan. Enjoy. Chili dogs. Yeah, I'm craving for some happy food. But Mrs. Clumsy's birthday is coming up, so that's a good chance. Well, almost a month. I'll take it. I can hear you sneeze from here. Oh, that is a beautiful looking sky. Yeah, that sentiment about JBX is very true. Once you get used to the overall filter of things, it looks so good. It's just the initial look that it makes you think like, why does it look so Instagram-ish? Speeding. You live in Ontario. Dirt and gravel. Yikes. Pretty peaceful looking here. So does this look SCS vanilla to you guys? Oh, and also, have you seen have you heard of any new mods in the trucking world? I have been visiting the forums, the SCS forums, just a bit. I've not seen anything significant come out. Although I've been only checking the first few pages, I think. Haven't had so much time to check the trucking stuff. Fully immersed in flying still. Small towns, large farms. Sounds pretty homey. They're driving on the right. When did they decide to change? This is a job offer. It's not what we want that. We want to change the engine. Alex, you mentioned comments 444, right? Australia map add-on for ATS. Oh wow, that's great. Oh yeah, and I still haven't checked that Alaska mod out. That Alaska map mod is standalone, right? Not too fond of standalone maps just because I'm lazy to create a new profile. Four. Add-on for regular map. Oh, it's not standalone? Oh, I should try it then. Yeah, that's something I can get into. I don't see it. Why not? Oh, there it is. 444, that's not 444. I'll take it. Australia map is made by the same guy. Busy guy. What's his name? Nice to see lots of activity in there. Enjoyed the flight sim stream the other day. That's great to hear, man. More to come next week. I'll explore the rest of the plans in Canada. Where did we end up in? Montreal, I think. Then we're going to Quebec and then on to Nova Scotia. Is Nova Scotia still part of like Singapore? Or Singapore. Still part of Canada, or is that like a country in itself? Because the name sounds familiar, but I have no idea what it is. Like, I have no idea about the place in reality. I just see it in the map. Australia drives on the left and they'd have to redo the trucks. That is an interesting problem. Yeah, I guess it kind of works the same in ATS too. You can set the roads to be right hand or left hand in a way. It's just that the trucks won't match. That means you'll have to add trucks that have a right hand drive set up. Oi! Stay there. I like the sound of that. Nova Scotia is a Canadian province. Ah, I see. It is a part of Canada. I see. Cool. That does sound amazing. I like the bass. Nova Scotia is Latin for New Scotland, New England in the Northeast US. Ah, I see. My goodness, this sounds leaps and bounds better than the other one. Sounds a lot more realistic and more even when it comes to the revs. Doesn't have that funny exhaust sound that triggers out of nowhere. Yeah, beautiful. Where is what is this place? Halifax, guys. So I got a comment in YouTube asking us to go there, but I remember we mentioned that in the stream as well 2 days ago. Is that the one in Nova Scotia? Ah, there we go. Okay, so that's where we are headed. Specifically, I see. Now it's tying in together. It's the capital of Nova Scotia. Cool. Thank you. Yeah, we'll go there then. We'll see. Probably by next week. Yeah, the patch probably still wouldn't be live, but nonetheless, we'll enjoy flying over there. Alright, Jack. Have a great weekend, man. Catch you on Discord. Share some pics of your new build. Or have you shared that already in your Discord? I'll drop by if ever. 4 hours long, Quebec to Halifax, really? Oh my goodness. We need a bigger plane. There is time acceleration in Flight Sim 2020, I only recently discovered. So we can go with that if ever we need to fast forward something. Man, those guys are beautiful. Let's take a photo here, of course. Bridge shot. That's awesome. Okay, enjoy. We'll wait for it. 3700X is a beast. And I saw a video, 3700X, and he was comparing like 3700X with a custom cooler, with the stock Wraith Prism cooler. Performance was almost identical. The temps were very different, like 15 degrees Celsius different. But the performance, the FPS he was getting in games was basically the same. So that proves a lot of power on its own, no need for additional stuff. Off the box, you get so much performance already. Although of course it would be better to get cooler temps, much healthier, but still. Montreal to Quebec City is around 40 minutes. That's by flight. That can work. Now that is easily manageable. We'll do a proper IFR flight. Then time to complain about the prefabs again. Are we back in SCS country? My goodness, I love the skybox in the weather. The tint. Ah, beautiful. By flight, I see. We'll see how we can get there. Maybe we'll have to do multiple stops. Maybe we'll need 2 more streams for it. We'll see. (2016) ATS. Now we're in Utah, SCS, but the modern good version. That's great to hear. The jake brake from this engine isn't as good as the other one, but it's more in line with the overall engine sound, so it doesn't stand out as much. I like it. Very natural. Utah DLC area, but still in Nevada. Makes sense. I can hardly recognize those. Can we go up to 80? Not really? Yes, really, because it's still 80 here. Yes, really waiting for that slider. I remember Emblem had an update early September. He mentioned there was going to be an update for us Patron supporters. We'll definitely be checking that out. Do you remember what the update will include? I think it's still in Mexico areas. Right? I can't remember. Texas border crossing? Oh, that's the one I'm looking forward to the most. More connections between US and Mexico. So is he developing the north of Chihuahua so it connects with Texas? That would be amazing. Frame rate is pretty good here. Welcome to Utah, guys. Still 80? Oh, still 80. Nice. Whenever I go to Utah, I'm expecting those beautiful mesas and cliff faces like this one. Love the texturing on there and the lighting. Beautiful. Inspection. Welcome to Utah indeed, where we are welcomed into a weighing scale station. It'll drop to 75 then 70. Ah, I see. Yeah, that makes more sense. I kind of remember it that way too. I remember it was only mainly Nevada which had the 80 mile per hour speed limits. Just a bit of floating the gears here. Going towards the Texas border, nice. I hope so. That sounds cool then. He mentioned that a release date, right? Or at least a temporary release date. Was it mid-September? If I remember correctly. So if things go well, I hope so. Thanks, looking forward to it. We will be checking that out for sure. What do you call this landmark again? Remember, I looked that up in Google Maps when Utah got released. This is the Bonneville Salt Flats area. Nice, thank you. We flew over in this area in Flight Sim, and then we were looking for that open pit mine, and we found it. Very nice, very accurate, more or less. Looks like Cincinnati and where Alex is are on the opposite sides of Ohio. Are they? Oh man, that sucks. 2.5 hours away. Yikes. Well, I won't be going to Cincinnati anytime soon anyway. Super straight section of I-80, that's very long and boring in real life. I would like to drive in the US as well in real life, but more so I would like to drive in Europe. Specifically in Norway. That would be such a road trip. I'm not even sure if my license is allowed in there though. I'll have to research that, but don't have to research anything anytime soon with the current situation. But at the very least we can enjoy the stuff here virtually, which is great. At the comfort of our homes. Could drive around Singapore 3 times. Goodness. Do we still have a trailer in our back? It's been a while since I last checked. I don't see it from here. Maybe we lost it along the way. Yeah, true. We were driving so fast that speed limit warning, that heads up sign that the speed limit is changing, came by so quickly, almost right next to the actual speed change. Barely made a difference. Hey, thanks Freddy, appreciate that. Thanks for the bits. It's a niche. 1:1 wouldn't be very popular. Yeah, I'm not. I'm one of those who are not very much into the long haul, into 1:1. I guess it depends on how much time you have. Like for me, a perfect drive would be like 30 minutes to 1 hour. Can't do much of the longer ones, longer sessions. Here we are, and yes, indeed, it has gone down to 70 now. And now even 65 or 55 even. Now where are we going? Rightmost, yeah, northbound here. Photo incoming for sure. Probably enjoy the experience. Yeah, if I had the time, I would probably enjoy it too. Like split it multiple days. You don't have to do everything in one go. That's true. But yeah, I guess it's more the limitation on how to develop all that scale. But for me, I'm happy enough with this scale from ATS. It's just right for me, casually, not as hardcore. I do enjoy the 1:1 maps from time to time, but only for short drives. Like for example, Grand Utopia. Ooh, beautiful. What does that say? Fun is here? Interesting graffiti. Bye. Daisy needed a little bio break. How is she liking her new home? Does she recognize her name yet? Potato pieces will run it fine. I guess it depends how potato it is. But yeah, assuming you can run ATS, 1:1 shouldn't be that different, I imagine. If it's a matter of loading one sector at a time. I guess it's mainly finding the developers who have enough time and bandwidth to do all of that, all of those details. 100 terabytes? Oh my goodness. I'll have to skip on that then. No bueno for me. Your previous PC couldn't run pro mods. Look how far you've gone. Needs to get used to her new surroundings. She's a tough one. Yeah, give it time. All trucks use right lane, it says. Will do. Yeah, I'm not sure how SCS stores their data, if there's some kind of like compression in there, or if it's really if it's a 1:19 scale. If you make it 1:1, do you just basically multiply the current storage space by 19? Or would some kind of compression kick in? You can bypass the way station, that's great. Download and delete as you go. If only we could implement something like cloud services, same as in Flight Sim. That would require a decent internet connection, but if people have that, that can be an option. And then if they don't, then they can preload the stuff. We do have our trailer still at our back. Good. I was afraid we lost them along the way. 70% is water or even more. Textures aren't that high quality. I like the cloud-based approach from Flight Simulator, but I get how other people don't. Especially if you have a limited internet connection, it can be quite frustrating. But I mean, that's a great option. I guess it's very expensive from the developer point of view though, huh? Having to maintain that kind of server. But I guess those costs can somehow be, how do you say, channeled into the price of the game. Impractical and not profitable enough. Yeah, I don't think we'll see that anytime soon. From modders, most likely, but from official developers, probably not. Although, that being said, the bus is coming out next year, I think, early access this year by TML Studios. The same guys behind Fern Bus and Tourist Bus. That is a 1:1 scale of Berlin. So that might be interesting, especially for bus services. You want all the details in each street, each bus stop. Thank you for following, by the way. I think I missed that. Thank you for joining, and feel free to join us in chat if you are in the mood. Sorry about that. Yeah. Daisy is Freddy's new... Oh, what is the breed? It's missing me at the moment. Lot more mapping data, definitely. Yeah, that's true. You need more detail in a truck sim because you're so close to the objects. Hey Dessa, welcome to the stream. Yeah, I tend to mix things up from time to time. And right now we have something in ATS, so why not? I get that you are more into ATS too though, that's fair. Bytes of data. My goodness, how much scaling that is. I stream Flight Sim Dessa every Wednesday. So next Wednesday. Well, depends I guess where you're from. For some people that's a Tuesday. No Google Street View. Oh, isn't there? Why not? Is that like a privacy thing? Didn't know that. I think this is where I park. There's the parking area. I hope they won't ask me to reverse. Should be okay. Straight in. Privacy stuff. Yeah, Europeans in general, especially Germans, are pretty strict about their privacy. I think I mentioned it once, but yeah, if we have like at work, when we are working with someone from Europe, we cannot just record the conference. We have to tell them first and they have to acknowledge and say okay. Otherwise, you're not allowed to record. Come on. There we go. Done deal. I like that. 621 miles, not too shabby. Can do it in all of Europe except most of Germany and Austria. Ah, interesting. So they're even more strict than their European neighbors. Going to Washington. That sounds good. We probably won't finish, but I do like that we pass through Idaho, Oregon, and Washington. Like the sound of that. Let's do it. $39.50. Yeek. Oh no. Train sim when? Good question. So hard to find the time. Flight sim is eating up all my time. Happily so. Cloud-based services are going to be the heavy hitters. I would like that approach. My goodness, the cloud technology is such a boon. And I know it can be a bit like it can be a bit of a, like, how do you say, privacy, security issue if you think about it, because your data is not with you physically. And other people may have access to it if the security controls aren't proper and stuff like that. So it can introduce some level of paranoia or some security concerns overall. But the technology itself, my goodness, it's such a blessing. Because recently, I haven't told you the story. I was able to get my new laptop already from work. And it's just so comfortable. Back in the day, oh my goodness, old guy stories. Back when I was just, a couple of years ago, whenever I had to switch laptops, I would have to back up my data first. And that took like at least a day. Because you had to copy things to a hard drive and sort things out and all that stuff. All your internet settings, your bookmarks. Every app has their own settings file and stuff like this. But this recent one, when I got my new laptop, and I don't think it's really brand new, it's like a year old, I guess. But I'm okay because it's super fast. It has a Ryzen 5 or Ryzen 3. I'm not familiar with the series in the laptops, but it starts with a 2000 series mobile Ryzen laptop. So it's not the newest thing, but it's not bad. Way better than my old one at least. But anyway, so now when I got my new laptop, my goodness, it's so easy. Just log into the cloud in Office. Everything is there. All my mail, all my settings. It took barely a couple of hours at most for everything to happen. The more hassle thing is actually getting the laptop physically, because I had to go to the office. And right now the office is very strict. They don't even allow people to go up the building because of the COVID situation. So they have social distancing measures. And right now the official stance of the company is stay home. So they don't even allow you to go up the office itself. You would have to be on a pre-approved list. And so when I had my laptop, when I gave my old laptop in, handed it over, and the IT guy was setting up the new one, I couldn't even be there. So I had to wait below. I had to wait at the lobby for like 3 hours. I was roaming around the place, looked for a coffee shop nearby and spent time there. Just okay. But yeah, it was a bit, that's the most hassle. The actual restoring and backing up the files, not a problem at all. Yeah, so I'm really into cloud services. It's so comfortable. It's just scary security wise, but I'm hoping the security I would say policies are all in check. It's called unplugging. That's true. Yeah, very true. But even the corporations are doing that kind of approach now. Most of their data is in the cloud. That's really the trend moving forward. So if the companies are doing that, then it must be safe enough for them to trust their entire livelihood in the cloud. I do have some friends who are still staying away completely from the cloud though, but with the comfort it brings, I just can't bring myself to refuse that advantage. Like, I'm willing to take the risk of security for that huge benefit in comfort. You can even go outside your town without a mask on. Yeah, same here. You have to wear a mask whenever we go outside, even if it's open area. That's cool. I am okay with that. Better safe than sorry. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Cascade. That's a good excuse. That's the same one for me too. That's a good excuse. I don't have to socialize. There's no pressure to socialize because yeah, we have to keep our distance. Office is middle of nowhere. Yes, exactly. Middle of nowhere. I hate it. Well, it's a good looking office. Very nice office, but the location itself, it's middle of nowhere. So I had to walk like 20 minutes in the Singapore heat to find the nearest coffee shop. It's like, by the time I got there, I was so sweaty. Oh my goodness. It felt like I worked out. Walking outside for 20 minutes in Singaporean heat is not advisable. Berlin Hauptbahnhof in 3D mode. It's built using glass. Have I been there before? I can't remember if that was the place we've been to. 70 now here. Some places aren't enforcing the safe entry. Ah, really? Yeah. I guess it depends on the guy, huh? Some are a bit lax, but I mean, at this point, we should be responsible enough to follow. We know what we need to do. I went and bought groceries yesterday. Normally we have those delivered, but I just couldn't wait that long for the delivery. Had to buy some lettuce and other stuff. So I went to the grocery. They had this safe entry, so you scan a QR code so it logs that you're there, and then in addition to that they have this high-tech temperature scanner. It's like a camera. You just look at it and it gets your temperature. So fancy. Yeah, the Singapore government, the technologies that are being utilized, it's so state-of-the-art. It's admirable, really. I mean, I was telling that story to my German colleagues, and I think in Germany they don't even have that. I mean, Germany is pretty good in its measures, but it's still a bit old school in some areas. So it's not as high-tech. Like, I think when they log, they literally have a log where you write on a piece of paper your name, your contact details and stuff for tracing. Here you just scan the QR code and you're logged in. It's pretty cool. And they have that synchronized with your ID, government ID and stuff. Where's the weighing scale? I think that one. Trucks, RVs. Their kids hate it because it's interfering with their social interactions with their friends. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's more difficult with the kids, I think. When you get to a certain age, you kind of, well, I guess it depends on the personality. But for me, not having social interactions is more than fine. But I can imagine for some people, especially for the youngsters, socializing is a huge aspect of their lives. Good thing we have all these technologies in place. It's not going to be the same level as physical interactions, but at least we have something, right? Zoom calls and everything. Oh, how polite this guy. Actually gave way to me. Thank you. Yeah. You would hope that people are responsible enough to know what they have to do, but yeah, governments cannot really assume that they have to make it, how do you say, idiot-proof or foolproof. You were in an open area studying. You're in Idaho? Of course, I missed the signs. That's probably why the way station. Very nice trees here. I like this setting. Starting to get more into the lushy areas. Get that lettuce ASAP. Yeah, I got it. Along with some other essentials. I was almost tempted to get ice cream and chips, but Mrs. Clumsy is enforcing, which is a good thing because I wouldn't have self-control. Otherwise, I would have bought a couple of tubs. So good thing she has some rules set in place so that we finally get results and not just seesaw our way into the wait. Yeah, but it still works, right? That's the good thing. Even if you were not using the most modern technologies, there's still a process. Might not be as efficient, might not be as effective, but there is something still. That's good. Yeah. A good excuse to get the fresh air is to do a jog. When I went for a run last week, I was able to take my mask off outside. And that's perfectly legal. So that's a good excuse. I think in Germany, if I remember correctly, you guys don't need to wear a mask when you're outside. You only need it when you're inside, when you're entering a building, when you're going indoors. No, very different, Freddy. Very different. In terms of, well, I can only say for this mod. I'm not sure for his other trucks. But for this one in particular, it has many options. I guess not as many as John Roo does. But I like in particular the optimization that was put in here. Because with John Rudas it's great, but I always hesitate to use it because it's so heavy on the frames. That's my main gripe about it. with this one, I have no fear driving anywhere in the map. Okay, I can go to the heaviest areas in Viva Mexico and I should be fine. So that's the thing I like, and I still get a lot of customization options, so I really like it. This one does not have as many custom parts, but maybe that will change. This is the initial version after all, I think, and I think he has further plans on it. Oh yeah, no. Almost got into trouble there. As soon as you leave the house, you have your mask on. True. Yeah, same here. Same here. It hurts the ears and everything, but a little bit of discomfort like that, it's good not only for actual safety but peace of mind, not only for yourself but for the people surrounding you. So it's like common courtesy to wear a mask, just to appease the minds of others so no one gets paranoid. That and the actual safety benefits of it, but it's both physical and mental benefits. Pinga mode has far more options, cabs and chassis especially. Nice. What is your favorite Pinga truck, Alex? Maybe that's the next target I can aim for. Man, I'm loving the JBX lighting. I love how the shadows are more, the shading is a lot more, how do you say, significant. You really see the light in dark areas. Like at any time of the day, nothing is just flat. It gives a lot of texture to the entire scenery. You have 3 of John's now. I have one of his, the Freightliner Classic. Conspiracy to get us to exercise more. Yeah, good conspiracy. It does become difficult though. I tried, well, that time I was telling, when I was getting my new laptop at work, when I had to walk like 40 minutes to and from, I could feel the mask taking its toll. Like I wanted to breathe, but the mask was getting a bit in the way. So yeah, I can imagine when you're running especially, that can be a bit troublesome. Because even while walking, I could already feel the limitations of the mask. Man, that's just such a nice color. I like that view. Easy on the eyes, and it's colorful enough. Beautiful. Pinga Pete is very nice. I think this Kenworth is my favorite, and it's free. It's my favorite too. But I was pleasantly surprised with the amount of customization you can do. It's just wow, attention to detail. And I like the icons, as I mentioned a while ago. The icons are very accurate. If it's a round headlight, it will show a round headlight icon. If it's painted, it will have that color. If it's chrome, it will have a different color. So he takes time to put icons in. And that's a huge benefit when choosing which parts you want to have. Yeah. I guess strictly speaking you shouldn't, but realistically, not really a big issue. Oh, is that a mine? Like a mini open pit mine? Is that how you'd call that? Is this Boise? It is, because I saw the stadium from afar. Nice. Just gonna sit on IT-84? Yes, probably. Just gonna stay on the highway. I wouldn't want to wiggle my way around the smaller roads with this kind of setup. Can actually wear it day in and out with no issues. Ah, that's nice. Yeah, that's good. Advantage. Questing in WoW retail. What killed you? Those were the days. I miss playing WoW. Going through the quests, leveling up bit by bit, and then trying out the different instance dungeons. Love those days. Did you guys play MMOs back in the day? Or still playing now? What roles are your favorite? Normally there are 3 main roles. You're either the tank, the DPS, or the healer. My personal favorite is being the healer. I love the feeling. Keeping your team alive, supporting them. Fun times. Charismatic. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Better safe than sorry. WoW is coming out with a new expansion. Oh really? What's the name? And what's it about? Shame I don't have enough time to play it anymore, but yeah, those were the days. It's embarrassing. Shadowlands is the name. Ooh, interesting. Could hear birds chirping. Yeah, should be fine. That's the equivalent of YOLO these days. Taking off your mask when no one's around. That's as much as we want to stretch it. Do I have my lights on? Oh, no, apparently not. I guess we should sleep soon. Let me check the map. There is one here in Ontario, different Ontario. But there is one right there which might be more appropriate. Proper rest area. Max level is going back to level 60. Why is it going down again? What's the max now? 100? 110? I think during the time I played, the max level was 80 or 90. Can't remember. Level 60 is like WoW classic days, right? Level 120. Oh yeah, definitely. So much has changed in our world. Some for the better, but also many for the worse. So much adjusting. That's a nice sky. I am liking JBX more and more. Very nice look. Hey Juan, how are you, man? Welcome back. been up to? Very hard to get back to normal. Yeah, true. It would be hard to justify having to go back to work when working from home is a perfectly viable thing. Don't like the direction WoW is going. In what direction is that? Are they changing their overall philosophy? I remember the different expansions. Burning Crusade. What was that? Wrath of the Lich King, was it? And then you have those, so many other ones. The memories are starting to come up. Two accounts and many highest level have no life. Sounds like a good way to spend the time. Been outside for a few minutes. It's cold, but wearing a mask makes you appreciate fresh air so much more. That's true. Yeah, so true. I just realized that I have very opposing, how do you say, likes. On one hand, I like simulators very much because of the realism, the lessons you learn, how it's applicable in real life. But at the same time, I'm very much into fantasy stuff as well, like World of Warcraft, reading fantasy books, sci-fi, and all that stuff. They're very conflicting in some ways, but I don't know, I like them. Maybe it's like sometimes you want to be immersed in the real world, and sometimes you want to escape into a world of your own making, kind of deal. Colorado, has there been any news for it? Yeah, I'm not using coast to coast at the moment. I don't like the way that some states are not good, but they're still in the map. I would rather they just be taken out completely. Stopping over at Shamron. Do we need to refuel? Yes, we do. Perfect timing. Conan! Where did that come from? I heard there is a new expansion coming for Conan. But count me out. How out of the way some offices can be, that's very true. Yeah, I guess it's much cheaper rather than sticking to the CBD. Have a good one, Kelly. Have a nice weekend. Catch you next time. Secretly Clumsy loves Conan. I have it installed and playing it offline. You guys just don't know. Just need to stay in the southern US and you're fine. Yeah. And I can never remember which is which. So I end up on that state which is not looking good yet. What the heck did I hit? Okay. don't ask me to reverse into something. Sleep in the middle of the parking area. Let's be considerate, drivers. Yeah, the update isn't out yet, Rohan. Still in 10 days or so. But the patch is looking pretty promising. Most of the issues that we've been reporting are included in that patch. They do say something like fixed autopilot or avionics, but you don't really know how fixed they mean. Like, is it study level? Is it like as to what do you mean by fixed? So that's the challenge. Oh my goodness, this is going to be troublesome. Apparently, this is a dead end. Why do they do it this way? Thankfully, we have a dolly there. That helps a lot with the turning. Can go outside, don't see another human for at least 30 minutes. I guess it depends what time of the day, huh? Closet Conan Connoisseur CCC. Chennai Business Park. Oh yeah, that's true. Lots of Indians there. There's lots of IT roles in there. College sucks. What course are you taking again, Rohan? Truckery? 75ery? MIS Management Information Systems. Got a degree in 75 already. Oh yeah, masteral degree 75ery. I think Mrs. Clumsy took the same course. Management Information Systems, MIS. In her university, it's more of a mix. Management, IT. So you have a bit of programming, you have a bit of business side, you have a bit, so it's like a mismatch of things, so you get exposed to lots of different aspects. Is it the same there from what you can see? Welcome to Oregon. Have we crossed over? Of course I didn't notice either. Definitely not doing accounting. Oh, it will help you tons in real life though. Believe me. I never had an accounting subject in my entire school curriculum. Not in grade school, high school, college, nada. Just happened to not take any of them. It was not in my syllabus or anything. Don't know how I got through that, but it would have been so useful. And now I have to study the basics on my own. It's one of those things that you can apply in real life. At least in a way. I see what you mean. Yeah, maybe HUD. Does she like it? The people from there, including her, they keep saying they didn't learn a thing because it's like too, how do you say? It's like it's too wide. The scope of the course is too wide, that they didn't really get into any specifics, but they got exposed to multiple things, so they don't like it. But I think even though they say that, they've learned a lot, because the people I know who come from an MIS course, many of them are successful, and they are so varied. Some of them have gotten into IT fully, some of them have gotten into business fully, some of them have gotten into management roles fully, so like you can go anywhere. So I think it's a good introductory course, nice for college. So you have lots of options, and you get to discover which areas you're particularly fond of and focus there. How about that? Is that police car a giveaway? Which state are we in? I don't know how to distinguish it, but you guys might. Truck limit is 65. Yeah, I only know California 55 and Nevada 80. Linguistics. Very cool. Or history. I don't know. What kind of careers would be open to you in such a case? Are your parents involved in your education, or are you basically left alone to whatever you prefer? Line it up properly. Let's see what the weighing scale tells us. The scanner thingy. Fine. Hate accounting though. I wish I had at least a subject in it, balancing the different side, the assets and liabilities. Be a teacher, that's for sure. Oh, that's great calling. Yeah. Thankful that your parents aren't. You have to be a doctor, lawyer, or. Oh, that's great. That is great. Yeah, some of the old-fashioned ones have more of that kind of mindset. You have to be specifically one of the, what do you call it, white-collar workers. White-collar careers. I think nowadays that's a very old school way of thinking. Nowadays, with the technologies we have, with the opportunities we have, it's a very different world out there. Some would even say college is not a necessity. It really depends. This is a nice bend. I like that. Don't even think of pulling out. Thank you. Runaway truck ramp. Thankfully, we didn't need to use it. How long? 2099 maybe. Never become an English teacher. Become an accountant. Was she or he regretting their decision? Train Sim World 2. Yeah, Scotsman is liking it very much. being a train fan, I guess that says something. Too many trains. Twisty part of I-84 between Ontario and Pendleton. I like that. Very exciting bend. Oh man, I love the quality of skyboxes from JBX. It looks so good. Every angle is scenic. Probably finish all states before they add longer trains in the game. Well, you have plenty of mods for that, I think, with varying degrees of success. Telling me about it. Some of those train mods don't work very well because they are like affected by the traffic. So if you have a traffic mod, they tend to be too long and too frequent. But yeah, I think that one in particular works very nicely. Yeah, the 970 is a powerful graphics card. Any more news on the NVIDIA AMD front, guys? What have you been watching recently? Last thing I saw was the unboxing of the 3080. It's great to see that the content creators have access to it now. Should be a matter of time until we see the benchmarks. I'm not sure though, does it often happen that they release benchmarks before the release? Or is it oftentimes released first and benchmarks a few days after? Because I would imagine there is some kind of embargo in there. If it's anything like in the games, when I get early access to some of the games, usually the review embargo would be like up to a day before the official release. Like you cannot release reviews telling people to buy or not buy until like a day before when the official release is set. You can like feature it and do let's plays or stuff, share your opinions, but you cannot say specifically, give it a score or sneezing, give it a score or tell people to buy or not buy. So that is what you can officially call a review. So you cannot review it till then. I wonder how it works in the hardware business. Have a good one, Freddy. Alright. Have a great weekend, man. Catch you next time. Midwestern pack with all of the states. Yeah, maybe if they even get that far. I'm guessing they will, but we'll see. What is that emote? AMD and NVIDIA. NVIDIA, is that like a dragon? Are those Pokemon characters? Is that like Mewtwo and Charizard or something? Hey Amelia May, welcome back. How have you been? AMD seems to pull some competition. What I've heard recently is, well, based on the rumors at least, it looks like AMD is planning to squeeze in something in between the 3080 and 3090, because there's a huge gap there, right, in terms of price and power. Maybe that's the part where AMD can squeeze themselves in, introduce a product in that segment. Would be close to 3080 card performance. Yeah, I'm not too optimistic about AMD. Even if they release something that's like as powerful or more powerful, I would still be a bit hesitant to buy it, because I don't trust the graphics cards, their graphics cards, that much yet, because of the recent like software issues and stuff. I don't think it's that yet refined. At least I'm not yet in that. My trust hasn't built up that much yet based on what I've been hearing, and mainly because their video encoder, which is very important for me as a content creator, is nowhere near as good as the one from Nvidia. So that is the main reason, really, that I will probably stick with Nvidia unless someone proves that AMD has a new encoder and it can match or beat the Nvidia encoder. Until then, I will be sticking with Nvidia. At least that's the plan for now. I think they are working on Texas already. They just can't reveal it yet. They did say they were working on a big stage, right? Alex, a Pokemon fan? That's Alex's big secret. If mine is playing Conan, Alex is into Pokemon. Yeah, that might be. Nvidia releases the 3080. I think they have something up their sleeve. They're waiting for AMD to come out with something, and then they have a counter to it. Been busy with your partner today, having nice photos. Oh, that's good. Photos inside, outside. What's it for? Nvidia for the win. Belated happy birthday, Amelia May. Yeah, glad to hear you had a nice time. Hey, Sounder! Thanks for subbing, man. Glad you made it today. How's Flight Sim going? Thank you for 2 months. Oh, that's great. Taking photos outside. Great to hear that you can go outside again. When I ran last week and got to appreciate the outside world again after such a long time, it was so refreshing. I was almost taking a lot of photos of the view because they had some nice sunset and everything, but at the end of the day I was too lazy to take photos. I just ran. It took too much effort running in the first place. And didn't want to lose my momentum. Naruto fan. I was a Naruto fan before. I lost a lot of weight because of Naruto. I think I told that story. During my high school days, I had a deal with myself. If you want to watch Naruto, you have to get on the bike or that device. And you can only watch Naruto while you're on that device. That like treadmill slash stationary bicycle kind of thing. And I lost like, I don't know, 30, 40 pounds because of that. Thanks to Naruto. At some point though, I lost track of it. It ran away from me, so yeah, I don't know the story anymore. I still have to catch up on that series, but it's done now, right? It's finished. I think it's been done for a long time. Once again, I'll get back to chat, just getting off this windy bit here. too big a gap between 3080 and 3090. Yeah, it's almost like impossible that they won't have something there. At the very least, maybe like a 3080 with much bigger VRAM. That would make sense. Because I think 10 gigs is too small. I think they purposely downgraded that to 10 gigs just so they can fit into that budget. That, what is it, $800, $700 budget? I think a 3080 Ti or a 3080 Super is inevitable, whatever they call it. Yeah, same here. I'll be waiting for the numbers. Naruto used to come on TV. Yeah, the 3080 was throttling on 4K based on those leaked benchmark from China. We'll see how it is with the other content creators. Would be nice to have a future-proofed video card. 2080 Ti running 4K does not throttle. I find that doubtful. Because like on Microsoft Flight Sim, 2080 Ti is struggling. Have a good night, Scotsman. Sure thing. Thanks for hanging out, man. Enjoy Train Sim World. Share some more photos in Discord when you get a chance. Increase the Train Sim hype. What the heck is happening? Probably someone was merging in, causing a delay for everybody. Well, the leak benchmark, how was it throttling anyway? In which way? Because from what I've seen, it said 99% utilization at 9.9 gigs RAM used up, so it was throttled in utilization and in memory, so it's maxing out maybe, basically. But it was able to achieve 4K at 76 FPS average. Yeah, Squirrel was running 1440, although he was running on a wide aspect ratio, not 2560. I think it was either 3000 plus or 4000 plus by 1440. And yeah, he wasn't getting 60 FPS on a 2080 Ti. But the 2080 Ti has 6 gigs, 11 gigs VRAM. 3070 only has what? 3080 only has 10. But I heard this in I started watching a live stream. I forgot the name. Tech Data, was it? It's like the couple in front of the camera. And they just like answer questions and present stuff. I just showed them my feed and I watched it. And they were saying something about the difference between a GDDR6 from 3070 and a GDDR6X from 3080 and 3090. They say that X basically doubles the memory bandwidth, so more things can get loaded at the same time, and that's going to be a huge factor moving forward. Maybe not yet, because maybe we're not yet hitting that cap of bandwidth, but I wonder how much that will play, that double memory bandwidth topic. Interesting. So yes, you can load up to 10 gigs of VRAM, but the rate at which you load it is going to be double when it comes to the 3080 and 3090. Rogue and Tech. I remember they have, I think, a YouTube channel where they post like the snippets of the specific topics, bite-sized tech, and then they have this actual channel with the live stream, if I remember correctly. I don't remember accurately though, it's very vague, but maybe it rings a bell for you guys. Man and Wife, yeah, I think that's the one. Is that their name? Rogan Tech? Tech Deals, yes, that's the one I think. I just saw them yesterday in my feed, and I think I clicked the video because they had like a short video saying why no one should buy the 3070, and it's a very clickbaity title, but it made a lot of sense. And their point was that the 6 versus 6X topic, and if you're sticking with the 6 without the X, the memory bandwidth will be an issue eventually. Hey officer, welcome back, glad you made it. Doing good, man, just enjoying driving through all the different states. You guys realize we actually traveled so many states today? California, on to Nevada, on to Utah, then Idaho, Oregon, and Washington. 6 states in one stream. Yes, exactly. Bridge shots will not go away. He was on my blind side. I literally could not see him from the mirror. Cannot even see him after I crashed into him. Oh, here we go. My favorite skyline. Not sure if we'll get a chance to take a photo of it. That might be a nice shot. But taking cars out is an added bonus, I think. Only the Clumsy edition does that. Oh, there you go. Beautiful. Now, how do we frame this thing? Remove the blur. Tilt the camera a bit this way. Just a tad. Now that looks pretty scenic to me. Wow, thumbnail worthy. Washington, what city? Good question. Seattle. Yeah, sold on that one. And everything is silky smooth. I got a commenter in the YouTube video from the last stream. He was complaining about the frame rate. Like, I like you and all, but you need to upgrade your PC, he said. I don't like 45 FPS. My goodness. People are getting higher and higher expectations. We hit that guy, I think, or he hit us, to be more accurate. No, I didn't use it just because I'm too lazy to try out the different stuff. This is I think this is a vanilla trailer. Vanilla grain trailer. Don't we have specs? We should add that command, huh? That's a good idea, Rohan. Yep, Seattle. 3700X Ryzen 7 for the CPU. 32 gig of RAM. I'm proud to say that. Finally upgraded. and a GTX 1070. Man, it is beautiful in here. I think the JBX update, the JBX mod in general, just makes everything look so good. I mean, it looks good by default, but JBX mod really just takes things to the next level. Absolutely loving this view. I'm happy we went back to ATS. It's been a while. Thanks, Alex, for recommending this truck. Sorry, I'm just monitoring my temperatures here because my CPU temp is starting to rise up. It's the precision boost logic playing with the voltage. It's increasing the voltage until the safe temps are reached. That looks good. Okay, good. In the video, they turned on DLSS on the 3080 but not on the 2080 Ti. Oh, okay, yeah. Is that in the leaked video? Yeah, I wouldn't trust that so much. Let's wait for the reputable content creators to release their stuff. Steve from Gamers Nexus and Jay's 2 cents and all the others. Sorry, Alex, did you mention something about the tech deals? Is that the one, Rogue and Tech? What I just found interesting about them is they seem to be very Intel, I wouldn't say biased, but they're very Intel centric. It's like they're not impressed with AMD based on the videos I've seen. Not so sure if that's accurate. How many miles do we have to go, guys? I was not expecting to finish this at all. Thank goodness for interstates. Realistic brutal weather. Oh, nice. Yeah, I've heard many good things about it. Personally, I don't like it mainly because of the morning haze. That white haze, I don't really like that. But if you can remove that somehow, done deal. I'm good with it. The skies look good, the lighting looks great. It's just that white haze that I particularly don't like. Tech deals is Rogue and Tech. Ah, I see. 35 miles, wow. Yeah, we're almost there. Goodness, officer, it's a bit late there, huh? Just a tad late. Have a good night. Thank you for dropping by. Catch you again next time. Thanks, man. Check out Digital Foundry. Yeah, I was surprised with that. They were the only ones who were allowed to give out performance numbers. Well, numbers. Percentages at least. I watched that video. Very interesting. But the thing is, they were only allowed to benchmark some specific games. So I guess we'll have to still wait for the benchmarks without any bias in them. But that's as close as we can get for now. The one from Digital Foundry. They made that video even before the official release. They only released it afterwards, I think. Probably some embargo alignment stuff. Yeah, Jay's 2 cents I'm really looking forward to. Also from Gamers Nexus. Those two guys are the people I watch the most when it comes to hardware. There is our parking spot. games that he used didn't actually have benchmarks built in. Yeah. Badumts. And Alex takes the crown again. Good. Yeah, that's fine. Didn't need those wide mirrors after all. Got lucky. Well, I guess because we didn't do much reversing, huh? Yeah, we were missing it. Not really. Didn't say anything. After reading Alex's text, it made you forget. That's how good it was. Sure you heard the smack too? Wow. That doesn't happen very often. All green. No damage. No penalties. And this was an urgent delivery. But thank goodness to that mod, which doubles the deadlines. Don't have to really rush it so much. 7 minutes left. Still have time to go around a bit. Oh, I can... Yeah, there you go. There's the link for the truck. We can go ahead and try to customize the truck so I can show you a bit more of the details. That is also in the mods list in case you lose that link later on. I updated the mods list to add the truck and the trailer. Both of them lead to that site. So here is the truck. We have double music. You have a day cab. What's a Mercury? I don't get what this is. It looks very interesting. Like, I don't know. Is it used to store mercury? It looks like an isolated sealed case. Looks scary. Aerodyne sleeper. Flat glass 52. 62. What's a flat glass? Maybe this one? Can have a short chassis as well. I think this is the more traditional. Or a longer one here. And then you have all sorts of combinations when it comes to the chassis. That's the one I used, I think. Or I think I used the 8x2, not the 8x4. Some of them are a bit bugged. But I guess that's something to do with like probably you can remove that fuel tank. Or not. Yeah. Some parts are not compatible with each other. Alaska Map Ferry connection is in Bellingham. Wow, nice. Mercury Sleeper was an aftermarket add-on sleeper. Ah, I see. So it's like really isolated from the actual truck. Bit more privacy, maybe. Also livestock trailer. Psycho prison cage. A straight jacket and you'll be good. Why is it demoted? I don't like that. Looks like a low variant. So let's say we pick that one. You have all the engine options. We have different transmissions, Allison and Eaton Fuller. 10, 13, 18 speeds. 75 bits. Alright, have a good day, HUD. Thanks for hanging out with us. Catch you on Discord. Thanks for the inputs. Glad you made it. Hey, Boosted. Welcome back. How are you? Made it to the stream, last 4 minutes. Well, nothing changes here, huh? In terms of paints, there are not that many. Yeah, only these ones are the custom ones. The others are just plain colors. That looks pretty nice, but you cannot change the orange. I would have opted for that one if I could change it. Actually, you cannot change anything. If you could make that RGB, allow that to be colored, would be great. I showed this one already, the different grills you can choose. You can have like a fully painted version. This is where the bull is. There's actually even a bigger one that I didn't choose. Because if you pick that one, if you look inside, you almost can't see anything anymore. Not sure that's so efficient. So I picked the smaller one instead. Last 4 minutes. No way, Asib. Yeah, I made it just in time. Oh, summer already released. Nice. Where can you download those from? Is this like a painted version in here? This is what I like. This one, the air filters. There are other options here. That one is the one with the red color, with the like see-through kind of thing. Let me see if I can walk there. That one. See-through kind of thing. Now, it does come with lights, but the lights are a bit bugged, I think. Yeah, it's floating there. Compared to that one. Yeah, those are lights indeed. Those light up. Interesting. Very different effect. We're in Islamabad, Pakistan. Ah, nice. So many different options here. You can make this chrome or paint. What is that? Oh, mudguard. I see. Interesting. Why did I get into a day cab again? Let's pick a low sleeper here. So we have more options. Like you can look at all the different fuel tanks you can imagine. Painted version, chrome. Look at all these options. You will be spoiled for choice. And it is not done yet. Over here you can have... What is that? I'm not sure what that is. Even the mudguards, so many different options. So yeah, it's just so fully customizable. Over here, even the, what do they call this, headache rack. So many different options for it. I still don't know why it doesn't, wait, it makes that sound sometimes. I find that weird, yeah. Seems a bit random. DD60 compatibility with this one might be a thing. Might be a thing. Because the sounds are good, but Z mods will make it even better. All the stack combinations. Just like that, it's 11 already. So yeah, so many choices. How the heck does that work? You're raking over the ground with that one, built-in rake. I don't know. I would be scared to drive with that. Screeching all over the place. Even the bumper, so many options. Yeah, pretty cool. And all very optimized. Viper's Peterbilt mod. Yeah, that's something like that. But it's optimized. Not as optimized as SCS level, but pretty close. Can even extend the cab right here. Bigger is better. Yeah, go big or go home. Alright, but yes, let's end it there for now. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. Happy to be back in ATS and in JBX country. Thanks for keeping me company. Catch you guys on Discord and next week for more flying and trucking as well. Have a good one. Thanks again, Alex, for the reco. Loving it. Good catch, good find. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for joining. Catch you next week or on Discord. Yeah, Vipers is pretty heavy on requirements. Have a good one. Clumsy trucking, and bye-bye. Catch you soon.